Welcome to the Proactive Woman Podcast. Thanks for joining us. I'm your co-host, Fran Marie, and we have our host, Joyce Palmer, who is the CEO and Managing Partner, JP Financial Group. You can go online, jpfinancialgroup.com. Today we got a good one. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's something that is very important and often overlooked in the planning process, and that is the importance of life insurance. Yes, since we are not going to live forever, we have to set our families up. I do. Life insurance is kind of like the foundation of any type of plan, financial plan. It's the foundation. It's the first level of protection. And life insurance, like I said, is often kind of minimized or overlooked when it's dealing with retirement planning or financial planning in general. But I want to share some stats first, right? So here are a few stats. So at this stage, nearly 41% of Americans have no life insurance at all. 41%, over 41%. And those that do have life insurance, many of them are grossly underinsured, meaning there's not enough coverage to protect the family or to leave a legacy. So insurance, not only is it missing in a lot of cases from people's plans, but in many cases they're underinsured as well. And you always tell us, I know, and we should be listening, is to review those policies because, like you said, it may not take care of the family when you move on, when you pass away. Exactly. So life insurance review is something that we offer and extend to our clients as well as people that are not our clients. Someone who perhaps they know they have insurance, but they haven't reviewed it in a while, they haven't looked at the policy, or maybe they don't have insurance at all and they want to review how to get insurance or what their options are. So that life insurance review is very detailed, but it starts out focusing on what they want to have happen for their family in the event of their death. One of the reasons that I think people do not look at life insurance or don't like to talk about it is because they associate it with death. Right? And so that's not a topic that people like to talk about. So they avoid it. And as a result, a lot of times they're not having those conversations about life insurance. And then if they do, they get the policy. And if you're guilty of this, it's okay. You get the policy, you put it in your, file cabinet, and you never look at it again. And you just kind of say, okay, I've got insurance, but that's not good. You need to be looking at that policy and reviewing it.
And when you say review it, we think about debt because we go into debt so much and so deep during our lifetime. Does the husband know what the wife has in debt, right? Is she hiding credit cards? And we hide things in our trunk.
I have credit cards. She had how many credit cards?
That's right. Yeah. Being on the same page, and I know we're laughing at it right now, but it's a very serious issue upon their demise, and the family's not taken care of, or it's not willed to the right person. I know we'll get into those touching things later.
Exactly.
Yeah, go to the right person.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're right. One of the reasons why you do the reviews is because things change. Things in life change, rather. You get in debt, you get out of debt. Children grow up, children still stay at home. Children come back home, right? Get closer to retirement. You build assets, or you don't build assets. So all of those factors will dictate how much insurance you need, what type of insurance you need. And so all of that comes out when we do those reviews.
Exactly. Because we bought it at 35 and now we're 55. Things have changed.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So that reminds me, Joyce, you recently told me that a client found out the hard way and that she did not have the right policy.
Right. Yep. So I had a client, we were doing a review. She had purchased a life insurance policy some years back. and had not looked at the policy in at least probably 7, 8, 10 years. So at the time, we were discussing the next chapter because now she's approaching retirement, and so her needs are different. And one of the conversations was talking about her life insurance policy and long-term care. So she was under the impression that her life insurance policy had something in there for long-term care. But when we went to look at the policy, we discovered not only did it not have anything to provide coverage for long-term care, we found out it was a term policy instead of a permanent policy. So, and we'll get into the difference between term and permanent, but long story short, we did a complete review and learned that based on her needs, based on her financial situation today, that she definitely needs a permanent policy versus a term. And she also needs to have something that provides for long-term care, which is a type of insurance to provide for critical or chronic illness if you run into a situation where you're not able to take care of yourself, where you need help, long-term care. So that was her need. And as a result of that review, we were able now to readjust her insurance program to provide her with a permanent policy that also has a long-term care rider on it. So,
I love it. I like how Joyce loves to read fine print.
that's right.
I mean, being in the financial business, being the CEO, being the managing partner of JP Financial Group, that's in your blood.
Yeah, it is. And reading the fine print. And in this case, reading the fine print on her policy. But like I said, I'm thinking most people, when they get the policy, they have all good intentions, which is great. They got a policy, which is good. That's better than 41% of those people that don't have life insurance at all. But now you just need to take the next step and remember to take advantage of annual reviews. September, industry-wide, they call it Life Insurance Awareness Month. My opinion, every month is life insurance awareness, right? But the industry has designated that time because of these stats to really bring the attention, the focus to people. So, hey, pull out those policies, take a review. If you don't have a policy, now it's time to look at getting a policy. And the other caveat is if you only have insurance through work. Now, that's another one. A lot of people say, well, I have life insurance on my job. The question is, when you leave the job, whether it's through planned leave or unplanned leave, right, you no longer usually have that policy. So it's always good to have something outside of work as well.
And that's where your 20-minute complimentary session with Joyce comes in. Because you just had a workshop about long-term care. I hope you guys are in it, right?
Yeah.
But you're always going to have these workshops to remind us, to refresh us, to inform us, to educate us.
Yeah, that's right. That's where a 20-minute strategy call, we can talk through your life insurance situation, whether you have it, not have it, what type you have, what your goals are with the insurance, what you're looking to get. And that's a complimentary call. It's no pressure. It's no judgment, right? And that's the most important. It's no judgment. But it is an opportunity to get that off of your checklist. Have the conversation, ask the questions, get it off your checklist. Got it. Done. Reviewed my life insurance. Good.
And she doesn't judge. And we mean that. This woman has the best heart ever to be in the financial business, right?
Yeah.
Because you've seen things in life, and we don't want to end up like some of the stories that you know.
Yeah, certainly don't want to end up like that. So I'll share, as I said, I was going to go back to the difference between the term and the permanent because that question comes up often. So term insurance is for a period of time. That's why it's called term. It's a 10-year, 15, 20-year. I used a comparison of renting versus owning. If you're renting a house or an apartment, it's for a period of time. Owning it is like a permanent insurance policy. You have equity in it. So term is for a period of time. It's usually a short duration, 10, 15, 20 years. At the end of the term, the policy ends and you no longer have coverage. Permanent is just like it implies. It's forever. As long as you live, the policy is in force. Now, is one right or wrong, or is one better than the other? Not really. It depends on what your goal is, what you're trying to get accomplished, and where you are in the life stage.
Right. It's all about stages, right? We have to start someplace.
Yeah.
And as Joyce mentioned, our CEO and managing partner of JP Financial Group, you've got to review it. You've got to know it, because we just love to put the mail on the sink. Sometimes you don't go to the mailbox for 2 or 3 days.
I know.
But the mail at JP Financial Group, you'll see it, because what color is it?
Pink. That's matter of fact, we set out because we encourage our clients to do their annual reviews. So we often send out our notifications to let you know it's time to do your annual review on your insurance in a pink envelope. So look out for the pink envelopes.
Yes. And when it comes to just financials in general, you've got to make your 20-minute strategy call. It's complimentary. JP Financial Group, LLC.com is where you can go. I'm your co-host, Fran Marie, and our host is here. I just want to call her. She's amazing. She's fabulous. It's Joyce Palmer. And you're going to close us out today because...
Yes, I'm going to close this out with this message on the life insurance reviews. Whether you are in the beginning stages and you have a young family and a lot of responsibilities and debt, and your need for life insurance at that point is at the highest level, because underlying life insurance is there to replace the loss of income that person brings into the household. Or if you're in the latter stages of your financial picture and your assets have grown and maybe the kids are grown and they're on their own, and your need for life insurance now is different. It's not so much to replace the loss of income, but it may be to create a legacy. It may be to provide long-term care, critical illness coverage to you. Life insurance plays a major part in your overall plan. So I would encourage you to take advantage of the 20-minute strategy call, where we'll talk through your scenario to determine where life insurance falls in your picture. You can do that by calling 704-543-6269. You can certainly go to the link below, which has my calendar. You can tap on that and get directly on the calendar for your 20-minute strategy call. But either way, definitely do not assume that your life insurance needs are being met if you have not done a review.
And then we can always say we have our own financial planner. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
JP Financial Group, LLC.com. And you always say our tagline is,
Pink is the new color of money.